What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be starting a pretty tedious project on the Evo, and that's going to be removing all of the unnecessary wiring from underneath the dash. Um, if you guys don't know, my Evo is a complete track car that's fully gutted, so no AC, no heat, no speakers, no radio, no airbags, nothing. So, that being said, there's a lot of wiring that's not being used, that's not affecting the car electrically, so I can remove it and help shave some weight. I started this project actually a couple months ago with a friend, Peter, in his garage / driveway. We basically took the seats out and we removed all of the wiring looms from like the dashboard or like the driver's seat by the footwell all the way back to the ass end of the car, and we removed all of the wiring that wasn't needed. So like from all the airbags, from all the keyless remote sensors. Basically, if it wasn't being used, we basically cut it, followed the wire all the way back to basically the front of the dash. And then removed it, and we actually shaved a couple pounds of weight off that way. And then I wanted to go underneath the dash itself and remove all of the wiring from the HVAC unit, or the heating and air conditioning control unit, and the radio and speaker and a couple other odds and ends. So this is that time. I'm gonna try to be as detailed as possible so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, but at the same time, I'm just gonna kind of go at it at my own pace, slowly too, just because I want to be really thorough with making sure that I don't remove something that I need for the car to run. So I'll show you what I have done already, and then we'll continue on with the process. So far I just have my dash trim removed and that bottom piece, I forgot what it's called, I guess the dash trim removed as well. I'm gonna have to remove that glove compartment and then a bunch of other stuff on here slowly, but I want to make sure that I start marking things off that I'm gonna need. For example, there's a connector back here that already fell. It's actually right there. So this guy is for my hazard button, and I want to retain that. So I'm going to just get some masking tape around it, and then label it so I know what it is, and that I make sure that I don't remove it. So forgot to record this bit, but it's fairly easy. This bottom panel over here that has the airbag for kind of your feet. There's two screws, one right there, one right in the opposite end, and you can pull that right out, and it also takes out the it's also connected to these clips over here. So like this one is my traction control, and then the other one was the auto level headlights, which doesn't matter. Now dash, I already took it apart, but I put it back just loosely so I could show you guys. Front trim, once you remove this side panel over here, and then you do have to remove the radio, either the radio over here, or if you have an aftermarket radio trim bezel, remove that. And then you just got to yank on this guy and it'll pull right off. But you do have to take the connector off for this info button. You have to unhook it, obviously. So there's that. Top trim piece, once you get that off, is fairly easy. Just gently pry up and it'll come off. It's just held on by those plastic clips right there. And then the dash itself is just held on by 3 screws. So 1, 2, and then a third far in the back. And then you can remove this guy nicely like that. Easy peasy. And then there's the connector back here that I already labeled for the dash, and I kind of tucked back there. So next I have to remove some of these 10mm bolts. They're kind of spread throughout. There's one right there. I think there should be another one. Oh, right there. You know, they're kind of all throughout. I know there's one in that far corner over there. Actually, I think I might be able to pry this dash off So I might try to do that first to see if I can get some more access to some more bolts. But so far, so good. This is actually going pretty easy, slow and steady. So while removing part of the dash, specifically the AC control unit, I had a stroke of genius. What I realized is these knobs were removable. I thought for some reason they were like integrated stupidly. And it leaves me with these 3 nice holes for my gauge pods. Now there's a little bit of wiggle room, but I can fix that by using some duct tape on the gauge around, using some duct tape around here on the edge so that it will fit in and hold. But I will be able to have my AFR, oil pressure, and oil temp gauges nicely kind of relocated now onto where the AC controls were. So I guess that works out perfectly. And then I'll just show you the progress that I've gotten onto the dash. So I'm just gonna hop in. Woo. Okay, so dash, more or less, was held in by 4 10mm screws, one in the top left corner. There was one down here in the bottom left, one over here, and then one in that far right corner, and then one down here. You can still see it's still in there. I just got it enough out because the padding kind of got in the way. So, I needed to remove out that AC console, and now theoretically this dash should just pop on out, and hopefully I can figure out a way to get it out of here with all this limited space. Well, after some race car yoga, I was able to pull out the dash. I guess I am fully committed now. There's no going back. So it was interesting just because the roll cage kind of got in the way. But, I mean, I guess that was the easy part. Now I gotta figure out this rat nest of wires, start cutting what I don't need off, and go from there. So that was fairly easy. Reason why, obviously, because I don't have the blower fan in there, a radio, and the previous owner removed it before to get the roll cage done. So, you know, some bolts were missing, some screws were missing, so it made it a little bit easier for me to take out. And, I mean, I do care about this car, but I really didn't care too much, so I was kind of a little bit more aggressive with it when I was taking the dash out of the car. But that's basically the end of this video. The next video, I will be showing you guys what connectors I'm cutting out. I'm gonna follow, you know, all the connectors and the wires to like their origin. Hopefully, I can find it and eliminate as much wiring as possible. And then hopefully at the end of that video too, I will weigh everything that I cut out, all the wires, the sensors, and then I also see there's some metal brackets that aren't really used. So hopefully I can cut those off too, just to kind of add into some weight saving, so to say. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments or anything like that, please comment down below. Like the video, please. And then if you're not already subscribed, please do. So, until the next video, take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed.